I'm Chronix from the most extreme wrestling, and I'm here with your WrestleMania 35 predictions. So let's get this underway because, boy, this show is going to be 8 hours long, and holy crap, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm prepared for that. When I went to the store today, I got me a DiGiorno pizza because look, I got this tradition. It goes way back, probably to like 2004 or something. I would get me a pizza and I would enjoy the WWE pay-per-view event or whatever was going on. I still do that to this day, and I felt like I should have bought 2 of them dudes because look, 8 hours is a long time. I can eat a couple of pizzas in 8 hours is all I'm saying. So first of all, I got these matches pulled up on Wikipedia, and of course it's Wikipedia. So this match order is all kinds of crazy, so I'm going to kind of rearrange these and hope that I do not miss any of them. So alright, check it out. We got the Revival, the Raw Tag Team Champions, going against Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Okay, so there's been a lot of rumors, a lot of thoughts like, oh, the Revival, they're going to leave WWE, they're going to be on their way out, so this would be the perfect opportunity for them to lose. And I agree with that. However, they're going against Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Nothing against those guys, but of all the tag teams to become new Raw Tag Team Champions at WrestleMania, I don't know if it would be them. I do think the Revival is going to lose soon. I just don't think they're going to lose at WrestleMania. So I'm going to say the Revival retains during this match. And, well, hey, it's probably going to be on the pre-show, so technically it's not on WrestleMania. And to me, if it's not on WrestleMania, that's even more the case for the titles not to change hands. And for them, if they're going to change very soon, then Raw would probably make more sense. That's my prediction. So, the Usos as the SmackDown champions going against Ricochet, Aleister Black, The Bar, and Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. Now, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. Okay, these guys, they are such misfits. They ain't winning. Oh my God, why are they even together as a thing? That doesn't even make sense to me. The Bar, Ricochet and Aleister Black are another just random pairing to me. Those guys are awesome. I really like them, but the only thing that they have in common is they're flexible and they're from NXT. Why else are they together? I don't really understand. Them winning the SmackDown championships here at WrestleMania? I don't think so. I'm saying the Usos are going to retain in this one. I could see the Bar winning, but why? Why? So, the Usos retain. The Women's Battle Royal. This sounds like a pre-show thing too. How many freaking matches are they going to have on the pre-show? That's what I'm asking. Now, I saw that Asuka was in the match, so I didn't have to look any further. I'm sorry. Asuka's going to win this. I did see that there was other women's wrestlers involved in this match, but to me, if Asuka just lost the SmackDown women's title, right? And they're going to have this main event with Charlotte, who took the belt from her. You know, she beat her and everything. If Asuka doesn't win this, well, where does that put her? Unless somebody else wins this and then Asuka somehow gets involved in the main event, somehow costs Charlotte the match, or Charlotte somehow thinks that she cost her the match because she got distracted. I don't know. Because I'm just saying, if Asuka isn't winning this or Asuka's not doing anything, then what is Asuka doing? What are they doing with her? Because she kind of had the championship and then she just went shh. So I'm going to go with Asuka winning this Women's Battle Royal. The Boss in Hug Connection. Bayley and Man, I can't even talk today. How am I going to sit here and do a predictions video if I can't talk. Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya versus the Iconics. Oh, and Nia Jax and Tamina. Yeah, Nia Jax and Tamina are not winning this match. And this match is a fatal four-way for the women's tag titles, right? Now, when they came out with the women's titles and they announced that that was going to be a thing, I thought, oh, this is the perfect thing to give to the Iconics. I thought that was the entire reason why they made the tag titles, so they could put those titles on the Iconics. So I think I'm going to go with the Iconics here. I love Bayley. I love Sasha Banks. I like their tag team. I don't like the Boss and Hug connection because, one, yes, it's a ripoff of the Rock and Sock, which, by the way, rolls off the tongue. However, the Boss and Hug connection sounds not good, and it does not roll off the tongue. When I say the Boss and Hug connection, it's like I'm saying something that disgusts me. It just doesn't make me feel good. Like two things that don't go together. And I don't like that. I just don't like that name. Now, Beth Phoenix, it's awesome that she's coming back, and I'm glad that she's going to be a part of WrestleMania, and she's going to be in this match. That's great. And she's going to be with Natalya. That's awesome. But they ain't winning those titles. So the only way this can go in my mind is Bayley and Sasha Banks retain, or the Iconics walk away with the title. And your boy is going with the Iconics walking away as the new women's tag team champions. Boy, they're going to be rolling with that. I'm just saying, people already don't like them. People think they're annoying, whatever. To me, sounds like their characters are working. And then with those titles, I think that's going to work just fine. These matches are not in order, keep in mind. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. This is just a singles match. I don't know if they expected Roman Reigns to come back so soon enough to be at WrestleMania, and I figured they didn't know that, and that's why this match is here, and that's, you know, he's not like in a more high-profile match, and he's going against somebody like Drew McIntyre. Nothing against Drew McIntyre. The dude's awesome. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of how WWE how they're actually doing, like the things that they're doing with Drew McIntyre. They're actually giving him stuff now, but is he a main event guy? Well, they haven't really put him there yet, so no. But this match does give some legitimacy to Drew McIntyre, and I think that is most certainly a step in the right direction. So, good on Drew McIntyre, but I don't think he's going to win this match. I'm going to have to go with Roman Reigns after everything this man has been through, after everything that he has done. I don't see him losing against Drew McIntyre. Not at this place, not this stage. So, we got Bobby Lashley as the Intercontinental Champion taking on Finn Balor. All this speculation about, is Finn Balor going to come out in the demon paint? Is he going to? Whatever. I mean, I guess he could. I don't know. They've been so wishy-washy and so indecisive to me about when he should come out with the demon paint. Like, it doesn't even matter to me at this point. Because at first, back in the day, I was like, oh, he only does it on big matches, or he does it on big title matches, or whatever. Well, it's just now, sometimes, maybe never. I don't know. He might have it, he might not. There's no consistency. There's no rhyme or reason. I am not going to sit around and wait for him to come out with the demon paint and then be disappointed when he doesn't. I honestly don't care. Finn Balor's still good either way. I do like the paint and everything, but I also know it's a pain in the butt. But is he going to win, though? That's the real question. I could see him winning. I'm going to go with that as my prediction that Finn Balor does win, but I am not convinced 100% that is what's going to happen. I am torn because I do see Bobby Lashley sticking with that belt for just a little bit longer, but maybe it's about time, and it feels about time, so I'm going with Finn Balor. Samoa Joe, he's the United States champion taking on Rey Mysterio. From all indications, from what I've heard about Rey Mysterio getting his ankle hurt and stuff, he's not even going to be in this match. Now, maybe he actually didn't hurt it. Maybe it was so minor it doesn't even matter. But whether he's in the match or not, I am definitely going to say Samoa Joe keeps that championship. Does Rey Mysterio need the United States Championship at this point in his career? Absolutely not. It would just be a waste of him having the title. Because Rey Mysterio is a certified legend. And he doesn't need it. Does he need the United States title? Are you freaking kidding me? There's no reason he needs that championship. It'd be like the Intercontinental title or any other title. I mean, a world championship is one thing. Sure. Tag team titles, yeah, okay. But the United States title, Rey Mysterio, in 2019, that's not necessary. We already know he's awesome. Now, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Easy. Braun Strowman, the guy who should have won the Royal Rumble and should be going in the main event at WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar. But they didn't do that. I don't know why. It seemed obvious to me. He must have made somebody mad. But I see Braun Strowman winning this thing. I don't see any other option. And if he doesn't win, I'm going to be really confused as to what they're doing with Braun Strowman and what happened and why. Because he had a meteoric rise. Or wait, don't meteors come down? Wouldn't it be like a rocket ride? But I guess those just go in whatever direction you point them. He had a balloon rise, and then somebody popped that shit. Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. I'm going with AJ Styles here. Randy Orton, at this point, is so seasoned, I don't see any reason why he would win. You could say the same thing for AJ Styles, but I got a feeling about this one, and the feeling is pointing towards AJ Styles. I expect that match to be very good, by the way. There's some good matches on here, but I expect that one to stand out. So far, that's the standout. Now, next we have Shane McMahon versus The Miz, and I could Falls Count Anywhere. Don't let me forget that. I swear, if I freaking forget to talk about the Falls Count Anywhere, I'm gonna lose my mind, because that's important. So, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that Shane McMahon at his age is being portrayed as a credible wrestler. And what I mean by that is, he's in the ring with former world heavyweight champions the world over. And he holds his own. He's not young, and he never, ever was considered to be a great wrestler. He was always a daredevil. He always had like a fighting spirit, but he wasn't exactly intimidating. I mean, he was tough. He'd get thrown through glass, bloodied, beat up, just annihilated, but he never was the aggressor, so to speak. I mean, WrestleMania 17 in 2001, he had a hard time beating his old daddy. So I'm supposed to believe all these years later that he can go in the ring with former world heavyweight champions, and then somebody like The Miz, who is a former WWE champion as well. And I'm sitting here supposed to think, okay, yeah, it makes sense. The Miz is going to have a hard time with Shane McMahon, but that's the way they've been portraying it for years, and I guess everybody's okay with it. I was confused when he went against The Undertaker, when it was The Undertaker versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 32. I was there. How we were supposed to believe that he was going to be a credible opponent against The Undertaker, I don't know. But they hadn't given up on it yet, have they? Now, interestingly enough, Shane McMahon finally started being perceived as a bad guy, which I thought was weird that people didn't start looking at him as a bad guy when they were in Saudi Arabia. I think that was the show. And he won the title of like the greatest wrestler ever, whatever. What? Why didn't people hate him then? People cheered him and loved him. I was like, why? That is the most heelish thing you could do. I don't know. But finally, he turned on The Miz, which was interesting to see because The Miz has been a bad guy for so long. Now he's got sympathy on his side, on this side. And yeah, that's interesting. So, The Miz is going to win this match. Thank you for not letting me forget about the Falls Count Anywhere. Because I thought to myself, is Shane going to do some crazy, stupid shit? Falling off of something, diving off of whatever? Well, right here, it says Falls Count Anywhere. So the answer to that is, yeah. I hope Shane doesn't kill himself, but regardless, thank you for the spectacle. Yeah, there's no other way. Shane's got to do something crazy, and I don't know if he's going to miss it and then lose the match because of it, or do something crazy, somehow survive and then get beat with something else. But spoiler, friggin' The Miz is going to win this match. Okay, Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin. Now, I talked about this on my previous video about who I thought was going to win this match. I think the winner of this match is John Cena. Now, I have seen countless people say, and reporters, everything, say, this match is not happening. Chronics, you're crazy. John Cena's not here. He's not in this match. He's not going to be at WrestleMania. And even if he is at WrestleMania, he's not involved in this. Well, I disagree. I think that that's what makes sense. Sure, they could not do that. But, yeah, if they just do Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle, I think that that is just incredibly subpar and offensive to Kurt Angle's career. So many people would be a better position for that. I just think it's offensive. But could Kurt Angle lose? If he did actually go against Baron Corbin, could he lose as a way for people to hate Baron Corbin even more? I think people already hate him enough. And sure, it would get people more against him. But this is more about Kurt Angle and his retirement than it is about Baron Corbin. And that's just it. This is the last hurrah kind of thing in the ring for Kurt Angle, and I don't see him losing. So I'm going with Kurt Angle. I'm definitely not going with Baron Corbin. Okay, I know I skipped over a match somewhere up in here. Screw it. Let's go ahead and hit the Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston thing because I don't want to forget it. This is for the WWE Championship. It is a singles match. Okay. Daniel Bryan, he's the champion, going against Kofi Kingston. With all this hype, with all this talk, with everything that's been building towards this. It started out as a fluke. You got Mustafa Ali, he gets hurt, and then Kofi Kingston gets put in the spot, and then da-da-da-da-da, and all this hype, all this excitement that was not there before is now here for this match. I think it would be a mistake for Daniel Bryan to retain the championship. I see Kofi winning, and I see Kofi winning in a grand manner. As in, people will not forget this moment. I see this as being one of the moments of WrestleMania that we remember. One, when we say WrestleMania 35, we go back and we look at Kofi winning and being like, holy crap, he freaking did it. And I see that being highlighted. Now, if Daniel Bryan just retains the title, that just seems lackluster. And it just seems a waste of time. And I just wouldn't do that. And it really feels like they're giving it to Kofi. Now, how long Kofi keeps it? That's a completely different story. It could be the next night on Raw, who knows? But I think WrestleMania, I think this is his night. And if he does win, then Big E Langston for sure is turning on his friend here. I don't see it happening at WrestleMania. I don't think they would take away from that special moment. But as soon as those guys hit SmackDown, ooh, yeah, I think Big E's probably going to turn because he was jealous. He thought he was more deserving. That was his spot. Kofi really didn't deserve it. If anybody deserved it, it was Big E. And Big E's huge, intimidating. He can talk and he can move. Remember him back in NXT? Well, guess what? It's been several years and he's gotten better. So, hey, I think he could be in the main event in no time at all. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going Kofi Kingston winning that title. Now, got to make sure I don't miss any other matches before I'm going through here because I feel like I'm blowing through these pretty quickly, which is good. So, okay. I already talked about Kurt Angle. What? Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese? Why is that so close to the main event? Wikipedia doesn't know crap about how matches are laid out up in WWE. I think Buddy Murphy's retaining on there. I don't have too much to say about that, honestly. So, moving on to Triple H and Batista. Crap, my battery's dying. Holy crap. How am I still having these problems freaking so many years later? This is a different camera, different batteries. So many years later and my battery's still freaking dying. So that means I gotta go freaking faster. Unbelievable. Triple H and Batista. They've done this match several times before. I don't care about seeing this match, but Triple H is winning this because he's Triple H and Triple H is winning this. Batista is not about to beat Triple H, or Batista's not about to beat Triple H in this no-hold-barred match. And if Triple H loses, he's got to retire from in-ring competition. He will retire soon, I do believe. But will it be here? I don't think so. Because if he retires Triple H, then when is Batista going to retire? And who is going to retire Batista? Nah, I think this is more of Batista's kind of send-off. I don't think he's completely done, but he could be. He's not young, so I'm going with Triple H. Brock Lesnar as the WWE Universal Champion versus Seth Rollins. Man, Seth Rollins did win the Rumble, but for some reason, I just don't think Seth Rollins is going to beat Brock Lesnar here. Brock Lesnar's been holding on to this title, and I thought he was going to lose a few times by now. But I really just don't see Seth having a big win here. I just don't. So I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar, and that's probably not a popular decision or choice. But that's my prediction. Whether I like it or not, that's my prediction. Now, the main event, Ronda Rousey, the Raw Women's Champion versus Charlotte, the SmackDown Women's Champions versus Becky Lynch. I don't care what anybody says, this night is about Becky Lynch. This night is about Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch is winning the title. She's pulling a Chris Jericho. She's going to beat Ronda Rousey and Charlotte in the same night to become the undisputed champion. Now, this is a winner-take-all match. They did not say this is a title unification match, which I think they should do. If you're going to have the women's tag team titles on all the shows, you might as well have the women's championship on all the shows, but they're not going to do it. And even if they did combine the championships, it would only be about, 6-8 months before they'd split the titles back. So best that they don't do it. But for at least for a while, she'll be holding both belts. I don't know how they're going to take care of that issue with her having both of the belts, but I do see her winning. Charlotte's not winning both the belts. I know that they inserted her into this match, blah, 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 blah. But now you can kind of look back and say, well, I guess they inserted her into the match just so they could have Becky win both of the titles. Because how else would they have done it? Have Becky win the SmackDown title and Ronda have the Raw title and then they're just facing each other? What? No, that's not, no, you can't do that. That would be not as interesting. Because, look, they have done all these specials on the WWE Network. I just watched the playlist they had. They put up this a while back of Becky Lynch's, like, her first match in NXT and this great match and this great match. And I watched all of them. And I thought, boy, this girl is good. And you can see how good she is from the very get-go. And this is her time. Man, it is her time. I know that Ronda Rousey is Ronda Rousey. And I know that Charlotte Flair, it seems like she gets inserted into all these matches and then they just love her. But Becky is winning this. She's winning in the main event of WrestleMania. And I think they're going to have some really cool entrances for these women in the main event because they have to kill it. We already know that Joan Jett, right? She's going to be doing the song for Ronda Rousey. Special entrance. Charlotte's got to have some kind of special entrance. Maybe she's going to come out on some freaking horse or something. Some white horse. Or she's going to come out as a queen like she has in the past. But Becky Lynch, she's got to do something amazing. She's got to do something herself. She's not just going to walk out there with their music playing. She's got to do some man stuff. And what I think she's going to do is come out in some kind of hot rod or some kind of classic car kind of thing. Maybe like a 64 Impala. Maybe like a 51 model Mercury coupe. But probably something more like a convertible so you can see her up in there. What I would do, being me and the things that I love, I'd have her coming out in there in a freaking rat rod. No top, but chopped doors, all that, engine hanging out, supercharger, pipes sticking out, just blah, blah, blah. I'd have her right in that stuff right there, that junk with the freaking stick shift way up here. Maybe she could come out on a motorcycle, I don't know. I know that Triple H has done that and The Undertaker, so they may not be able to do that because they'll be like, can't do that. But she's got to do some man stuff. She can't just walk out there, man. She's got to do some, like, you're going to call yourself the man, you got to come out there in some man stuff. Freaking leather jacket, whatever the case is. I don't think they're just going to play her music and she's just going to have her standard entrance. She's in the main event of WrestleMania and she's going to win both the titles. Chronix is telling you that's what's going to happen in the main event of WrestleMania. So I hope you enjoy it. My battery's dying. I would talk more, but my camera will not allow it. My battery will not allow it. And I will not allow it because that's it. That's WrestleMania. I'm going to be loving it. I'm going to eat my one DiGiorno pizza and hey, in one of these matches that I don't give a crap about, like probably the Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese, no disrespect to you guys, but I might be using that time to go get me another DiGiorno pizza and throw that junk in the oven so I can have it during the last 4 hours of the WrestleMania super event, WrestleMania 35. I'm going to be checking it out, whatever. It's going to be good. I'm excited, and I'm going to be all kinds of pizzaed out. That's what I'm saying, and I will catch you guys next time.